Chapter 19. The little prince climbed a high mountain. The only mountains he had ever known were the three volcanoes, which came up to his knees, and the extant volcano used to serve him as a footstool. From a mountain as high as this, he therefore said to himself, I'll be able to see the whole planet at a glance and all the people. But he could see nothing except the peaks of some rocks as sharp as needles. Good day, he said just in case. Good day, good day, good day, answered the echo. Who are you? Said the prince. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Replied the echo. Be my friends, I am all alone, he said. I am all alone, all alone, all alone, replied the echo. What a peculiar planet, he thought to himself. It is all dried up, full of sharp points and very salty. And the people have no imagination. They repeat whatever you say to them. On my planet, I had a flower. She was always the first to speak. This planet is all dried up, full of sharp points and very salty. Chapter 20. But it so happened that, after walking for a long time through sand and rocks and snow, the little prince finally came upon a road, and all roads led to people. Good day, he said. He was standing in front of a garden blooming with roses. Good day, said the roses. The little prince stared at them. They all looked just like his flower. Who are you? He demanded in astonishment. We are roses, said the roses. Oh, said the little princess. And he felt extremely unhappy. His flower had told him that she was alone of her kind in the universe. And here were 5,000 of them, all identical in a single garden. Should be modified, he said to himself. Were she to see this, she would cough tremendously and pretend to be dying just to avoid the ridicule. And I would have to pretend to be nursing her. Otherwise, she really would let herself die to humiliate me into the bargain. Then he went on with his thought. I used to think myself rich with a flower that was unique, but all I had was a common rose, that and 3 volcanoes which only come up to my knees, and one of those is perhaps extinct forever, all of which does not make me a great prince. And lying down in the grass, he began to cry. Chapter 21. It was then the fox appeared. Good day, said the fox. Good day, replied the little prince politely, looking up but unable to see anything. Over here, said the voice. Under the apple tree. Who are you? Said the prince. You're very pretty. I'm a fox, said the fox. Come and play with me, suggested the little prince. I'm terribly sad. I can't play with you, said the fox. I am not tame. Oh, I beg your pardon, said the little prince. And lying down in the grass, he began to cry. Then after a moment's thought, he added, What does tame mean? You're not from these parts, said the fox. What are you looking for? I'm looking for people. What does tame mean? People, said the fox. They have guns and they hunt. It's a great nuisance. They also raise chickens. That is the only interesting thing about them. Are you looking for chickens? No, said the little prince. I'm looking for friends. What does tame mean? Something that is frequently neglected, said the fox. It means to create ties. To create ties, precisely, said the fox. To me, you're still only a small boy, just like 100,000 of other small boys, and I have no need of you. You, in turn, have no need of me. To you, I'm just a fox like 100,000 other foxes, but if you tame me, then we shall need each other. To me, you shall be unique in the world. To you, I shall be unique in the world. I'm beginning to understand, said the little prince. I know a flower. I think she must have tamed me. Quite possible, said the fox. Oh, on this earth, one sees all manner of things. Oh, but that was not on earth, said the little prince. The fox looked rather intrigued. On another planet, then? Yes, I see. Are there huntsmen on your planet? No. How interesting. And chickens? No, nothing perfect, sighed the fox. But he resumed his train of thought. My life is very monotonous. I run after chickens, the men run after me. All the chickens are the same, all the men are the same. Consequently, I get a little bored. But if you tame me, my days will be as filled with sunlight. I shall know the sound of a footstep different from all the rest. Other steps make me run to earth. You will call me out of my foxhole like music. And beside, look over there. You see the fields of corn. Well, I don't eat bread. Corn is of no use to me. Cornfields remind me of nothing, which is sad. On the other hand, your hair is the color of gold. So, think how wonderful it will be when you have tamed me. The corn, which is golden, will remind me of you. and I shall come to love the sound of the wind in the field of corn. The fox fell silent and looked steadily at the little princess for a long time. Please, he said, tame me. I should like to, replied the little prince, but I don't have much time. I have friends to discover and many things to understand. One only ever understands what one tames. People no longer have the time to understand anything. They buy everything ready-made from the shops, but there is no shop where friends can be bought. So people no longer have friends. If you want friend, tame me. What do I have to do? Said the little prince. You have to be very patient, replied the fox. First, you will have to sit a short distance away from me, like that, in the grass. I shall watch you out of the corner of my eye, and you'll say nothing. Words are the source of misunderstandings, but each day you may sit a little closer to me. The next day the little prince came back. It would be having better to come back at the time of the day, said the fox. For instance, if you come at 4 in the afternoon when 3 o'clock strikes, I shall begin to feel happy. The closer our time approaches, the happier I shall feel. By 4 o'clock I shall already be getting agitated and worried. I shall be discovering that happiness has its price, but if you show up at any old time, I'll never know when to start dressing my heart for you. We all need rituals. What is ritual? Said the little prince. Something else that is frankly neglected, said the fox. It's what makes one day different from the other days. So, 1 hour different from the other hour, that is ritual. For example, among my huntsmen, on Thursday they dance with the village girls, so Thursday is a wonderful day for me. I can take a stroll as far as the vineyard. If the huntsmen went dancing at any old time, the day would all be the same, and I should never have a holiday. So the little prince tamed the fox, and when the time for him to leave was approaching, "Oh," said the fox, "I am going to cry. It's your own fault," said the little prince. "I never wished you any harm, but you wanted me to tame you." "I know," said the fox, "and now you're going to cry," said the little prince. "I know," said the fox. "So you have gained nothing from it at all." "Yes, I have gained something," said the fox, "because of the color of the corn." Then he added, "Go and look at the roses again. You will understand that yours is, after all, unique in the world. Then come back and say goodbye to me. As a present, I will tell you a secret." The little prince went off to look at the roses again. "You're nothing like my rose," he told them. "As yet you're nothing at all. Nobody has tamed you, and you have tamed nobody. You're as my fox used to be. He was just a fox like 100,000 other foxes, but I made him my friend, and now he is unique in the world." And the roses felt very uncomfortable. "You're beautiful, but you're empty," he went on. "One could die for you. One could not die for you. Of course, an ordinary passers-by would think my rose looked just like you, but in herself she matters more all of you together, since it is she that I watered, since it is she that I placed under glass dome, since it is she that I sheltered with the screen, since it is she whom caterpillars I killed, since it is she that I listened to when she complained or boasted, or when she was simply being silent, since it is she who is my rose." And he went back to the fox. "Goodbye," he said. "Goodbye," said the fox. "Now here is my secret. Very simply, you can only see things clearly with your heart. What is essential is invisible to the eye. What is essential is invisible to the eye," repeated the little prince so as to remember. "It is the time you have wasted on your rose that makes your rose so important. It is the time I have wasted on my rose," repeated the little prince so as to remember. "People have forgotten this truth," said the fox, "but you must never forget. You become responsible forever for what you have tamed. You're responsible for your rose. I'm responsible for my rose," the little prince repeated so as to remember.